He's a world-renowned guitarist who studied the stars before becoming a star himself.
From one of the biggest bands the world has ever seen.
The Axeman of Queen, it's Dr.
Brian May.
Get over here. Hi, Brian. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Oh, Brian, how are you, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed.
This is a lovely coat. I like that three-quarter coat. It's
Thank you
pretty
very much.
cool.
Thank you very much.
Is that from your rockstar wardrobe?
I found it. I thought I'd lost it, actually. I was convinced I'd lost it on a plane. I had everybody scouring the countryside for it, and I found it in my wardrobe.
Did you?
So I thought I'd wear it for Chris.
There's quite a nice texture to that shirt as well.
Yeah, well, he's just looking all-round great.
All round good.
Now, the news of the world, very much in the news at the moment. And yes, the news of the world in the news. And of course, this album was called The News of the World.
Strangely enough.
Are you going to miss the paper after Sunday?
I would say good riddance, because it's caused us a lot of grief. I'm sure the scoundrels will find another way of behaving badly. But, yeah, I won't miss it at all now. I don't read the papers, really, especially that one.
And why was that called News of the World, that album?
It was a little dig. I get a little nod, I suppose.
When was that?
Sort of saying that we brought news to the world in a different way, I suppose.
OK,
yeah.
so even then... You know.
Yeah. Well, plus they were poking their cameras through Freddie's toilet window when he was very sick and about to die. You know, I don't have any sympathy for any of those guys. I'm sorry.
OK.
No, fair enough. Well, on a happier note, later on we'll be talking about a very special gig you're doing in the place where his parents met, everybody.
Oh! Paying a tribute to your own mum and dad, aren't you?
A nice little circle, actually, for me, yeah. A pilgrimage, you might say.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
Good.
It's Foodie Friday tonight, though, and we're tucking into the most popular green vegetable of them all.
Yeah, mange tout, petit pois, garden peas, whatever you call them. However you cook them, on average, we each eat a whopping 9,000 of them every year.
And we got 9,000 in this jar right now. Who counts 9,000 peas out for us?
Dave?
I confess I am the pea counter.
Right. Over to Jay.
It's one of my favourite looks there, Jay.
Thanks. It's a very special thing.
Can you believe that, look, these are almost exactly the same colour as our sofa.
We threw out a lot of sofas to get into actually...
We could even add this to the little ensemble, couldn't we? Yeah?
A range of greens.
By the way, vinyl. Vinyl, everybody. Rock and roll. Do you know what this is? Record. It's called a record. Yeah. All right, Jay.
Hello.
And what do you have for us?
Well, we thought we'd get a few pea dishes in from Rules, the oldest restaurant in London. It's been there since 1798, but they're hip to the times. Pea hummus. Now, you're vegetarian. Basically, we've removed the chickpeas and made it with peas.
Right.
That's
tahini.
really nice.
Would you like to try some of our pea hummus? The tagliatelle pasta with peas. Don't mind us. You just...
No animals were harmed in the making of this.
No animal, unusually for a film involving me. And there's a pea and Stilton soup over there, which is... Does that work or not?
He's not dipped it in. Have you dipped it in?
Oh, you're just having the bread?
I'm about to try.
Oh, I see.
I'm just
well, they made the
myself.
flatbreads for us as well. It's one of those things. Peas are...
They're noble.
They're noble, they're comforting.
They're reassuring.
They are a...
That's delicious.
Is it?
Oh, right.
I'm all for it. Give peas a chance, I say.
Hey!
Sorry, I had to say
Peas
that.
and love.
OK.
Now, I think I ought to give you some pea facts. Do you want some pea facts?
How much space, in Britain is devoted to growing peas?
We have a graphic and everything.
Oh, look.
It is enormous. 35,000 hectares, which is the equivalent of 70,000 football pitches.
No way.
Look at the peas fly in and fly out.
By the way, this soup is cold and it's still absolutely gorgeous.
Well, it's summer, so you want a cold summer soup.
Are they a vegetable?
Here's the shocking news. No, they're a fruit.
No!
Pea-
They're not a vegetable.
The peas are actually the seed of a fruit.
No way.
Because if you want to grow another pea plant, you've got to plant a pea.
So the pod is the fruit?
Yes.
So, but we don't eat the pod very often, do we?
Well, you do if you're eating mange
You
tout.
mange tous and stuff like that, I suppose so. All right, OK. But some of them are a bit rough and tough, aren't they, the old pods?
Well, they are a bit.
All right.
Don't eat those ones.
Now, peas showed their true colours back in, was it 1969?
1969, the very first colour advert on television was for peas.
No.
Which was wonderful and touching because most people couldn't actually watch it in colour.
Doesn't it star Jonathan Ross, that advert? I think he's coming up now. Here he is.
Here he is.
Is that Jonathan Ross?
There he is.
Should we just pretend it's Jonathan Ross
no, it's
in a
not
dress?
Jonathan Ross. It's a little girl.
It's a little girl. So, yes, that's very important. Now, more importantly, this weekend, very important, it is the World Pea Shooting Championships in Witcham. 40th anniversary.
We can't move for peas.
Peas.
Yeah.
It's the summer.
So
it's England.
So what's that mean then?
Well, that means a bunch of overgrown schoolboys gather around and try and blow a pea through a pipe as far as they can. Yeah. The world record is 12 yards.
All right. Do you have other breaking food news, please, Jay?
The breaking food news. We've got a bit of fizz. It's the last show of term, isn't it?
OK.
This is an English one, actually the same one that was served to Obama, Barack Obama, when he came to meet the Queen. Now, the sparkling wine producers in this country have decided they need a name. Yes. Because in Italy they have Prosecco, and in Spain they have Cava. And obviously France, that has the Champagne region. And so they're gathering around trying to work out what name it should be. Should it be Bretagne, was spelled A-G-N-E at the end?
Okay.
Should it be Pippa? Because of Pippa Middleton. Someone suggested that. I think it's a stupid idea.
Well, we do need a name. I think it's a good idea to have a name.
The other one that people are suggesting is Merit, after Dr. Christopher Merritt, who in the 16th century was partly responsible for the creation of champagne. Right. Because he proved that if you put sugar in, you could ferment it.
What do you think, Brian? Nice?
I shall try.
Now, I have to say, I was contacted by one of the major producers who said they didn't really think they needed one. I'll just carry on.
Jay.
Yeah, all right. Australia and New Zealand don't have one. Do the British need one? I'm not.
I think it'd be nice if we named our sparkling wine something.
So.
What's it called now?
Well, they all have different names. You know, there are various different brands out there. Some are better than others.
A one-show competition.
We could.
Send in your suggestions.
Anyway, whatever.
OK. Thank you, Jay. Once again. And we'll see you in August.
You'll see me in August.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Turkey for my holidays.
Lovely.
It will be.
All right, as normal, great stuff from Jay Rayner, officially the UK's #1 food and drink journalist. Congratulations on your recent award.
Thank you very much.
Now then, Brian, you've got a particularly special gig coming up on the 16th of July. It's the last one, isn't it?
It's the last of the tour of
of the tour. Tell us about that then.
Well, it's called Anthems because the album which I produced for Kerry Ellis is called Anthems, and we did, I think, about 30 dates around the UK, which were brilliant. And this is the last one, which is a bit sad. I don't know what we're going to do. To find some more gigs, I think. But it's special because it's at the RAF base, and it's the particular RAF base where my mum and dad met. So that's probably where I was, where the idea for me came from.
So it's the RAF Cranwell, isn't it, in Lincolnshire?
Yeah, Cranwell. Yeah.
OK. So your mum and dad met there, did they? They were both working there?
Yeah, just towards the end of the war. They were both in the RAF. And the powers that be at Cranwell have been fantastic to me, and they actually found out all my dad's service records. Things I never knew. He won medals and stuff. He never told me. He's long gone now, you know.
You love all that stuff, don't you? You love a bit of research, don't you?
Yeah, I do like a bit of research, yeah. And particularly, you know, it's nice to find out about my dad, because he was very quiet and shy, my dad. He never said... The only thing he enthused about were the planes. He loved the planes. He used to fly Beaufighters and Mosquitoes. And we got to go in the Red Arrows. I don't know if you knew that.
You've flown in the Red Arrow. Hang on a minute. Back the truck up.
I know. Unbelievable.
So what's it like?
It's sensational, indescribable. It's like the biggest roller coaster you've ever been on, multiplied by about 10, I suppose.
Do you pass out? Is that true? Do you black out?
You feel weird. They say, you know, they watch you and they say, you're all right, you're all right, you're right, you know, so I think they will sort of temper things.
When you say we went, who did you...
Well, it was me and Kerry got to go up in separate planes. That was
at the same time?
part of the deal, yeah, and so part of the time we flew in formation, and we did loops, we did rolls, the whole bit, so it's wonderful, but it takes you a couple of days to recover. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. Quite really.
One of those pressurised suits that squeeze your legs?
We had the whole deal, yeah,
really?
and we went straight into loops and stuff. No.
What do you want to keep them? I don't know.
But amazing, incredible. You can't buy that. You know, you get more G-forces from that than you get from going in a Saturn rocket to the moon.
Really?
4.5 G as they're pulling out of those loops.
Now, you know, obviously you're a doctor. You really are a doctor, aren't you?
I am a doctor. I can't cure your legs, but I'm a doctor.
OK. And you're a doctor because you're into all the...
Doctor of astrophysics.
Astrophysics.
Yeah.
So you passed, you qualified for that, and then you became a rock star. Talking about your mum and dad, what did they think?
Well, it was actually the other way around, because I kind of forsook the career in astronomy to go off and do Queen stuff and do music. And they were very... Well, my dad was very unhappy. He didn't speak to me for quite a while. But strangely enough, he made my guitar with me, and he always used to make little maps of where we're going. So he was, on a certain level, he was into it. But he was upset because he felt like he'd sacrificed his whole life, and I'd sacrificed my whole life to get qualified and get a proper job. So why go off and be a pop star, you know? But one day I flew him to Madison Square Garden, and he loved it.
And he changed his mind right there.
Yeah.
OK, I get it now, because he saw us play the first time ever there.
And are you still staring at the skies at night?
I communicate with Patrick a lot, yeah. Patrick, in fact, I was with him the other day.
Moore, good pal of Patrick Moore. And Brian Cox, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Good pal.
I've got to know Brian Cox very recently, and he's a fantastic guy, my God.
You are a fantastic
guy, there's a brain there.
Both got lovely hair.
He's got a serious brain underneath his hair, so that's the difference.
All right, Brian. Thanks so much.
And the Collins right here, joined by Mike. Felix, you've been on a show all week. You must be so famous in school by now.
Yeah.
Are you? As people asking for autographs?
All of my friends were going like, wow, you've been
Wow,
on TV.
Brilliant.
Olivia, how are you?
Good.
Okay, you enjoying the One Show?
Yeah.
What about Brian May? How great is he?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Not as famous as you
Mike,
are.
you have a special present?
I do indeed. In honour of the Collins being the most amazing family on the One Show, we have a little montage to say thank you very much. Top family, a round of applause.
Thanks so much. And Peter, you've got a thing going on with Mike. What do you do to Mike?
He's done that all week. Got a very sore head.
One quick question to you three. If you had a choice between nature watching or going to Disneyland, what would you choose now?
Nature watching.
Nature watching.
Was the right answer.
Holiday with Mike Dilge all
All
the
right,
time.
that's it from us for 3 weeks. Cheering over here. D-Mob happy. Come on, guys. I can hear the viewers cheering as well. That's a bit boring. Okay, we're off on our summer holiday.
Yeah, but you will be able to catch the One Show Best of Britain in your usual slot at 7 p.m. with your favourite One Show team and some corking films from the last few years.
All right, thanks to our guest Brian May this evening. Thanks so much, Brian.
Yeah, we will be back in 4 weeks from now, and Matt and I will be back on the 1st of August. Have a great summer, and we will see you shortly.
All right, party time. Come on,
Party
guys.
time. Let's go.